Welcome back to Dubbzi Bricks for another Gotham City update. In the last update we worked on this area here, changed the road layout, brought the fire station over to here, put some lights in it, lowered it into the Mills Plate, and also lowered the Wayne Tower into the Mills Plate as well, so that's its new home. I do want to do some more work on the pavement area around here, put some more details in there, trees, a couple of benches maybe, finish tiling it off as best I can. It would be nice to work on the building that's going to go in that gap there, but I'm still trying to work out what colour will look best. Originally I was going to amend this building here, but I think it looks a little bit too similar colour-wise to the old Wayne Tower, and will it get lost? The ground floor is going to have a lot more colour because this is going to be a pizzeria, so I've got curved slopes that are green, white and red, and I could possibly change the windows out to white ones. That might do the job on there, but yeah, we'll experiment with that at a later stage. The other option is to use this colour here, but again I don't know whether that's going to look right between the dark tan and the light bluish grey. But the thing I want to start off with doing in this update, and I don't know how long this is going to take, so it might take up the whole update, is working on this bridge area just here. It'd be nice to get the support beams put in place just here, and then get the support going across as well. Once I've done that, I will then know whether or not I need to put additional support pillars in this section just here. Yeah, then we can go from there. I will be going to the Lego store hopefully tomorrow, and it'll be nice to work out how many more dark bluish grey bricks I need, and fingers crossed they will actually have them up there. When I was up there last time, they said, did I want any more? And I said, no, I've got enough. And yeah, I'm the whole bridge short, and I also need to do a couple of sections of road over there as well. Anyway, that's enough talking. Let's get the bricks out and let's get building. Just working on the height of the bridge here, and I think it's going to be pretty much at the height we've got it over there. It may come up a brick or two more. However, what I've decided to do is have two legs that come up out of the water. There'll be a couple of arches joining them together. There was a comment a few weeks back saying that it'd be good to have statues in the legs to make it look like they're holding the bridge up, give it a very Gotham-esque look. And I think that would be a really good idea. So I have been trying to work out the size of the statues, and I'm thinking that that sort of thing would look good. So the feet will be on a pillar of some description. There's going to be brick walls built behind it, and then we'll have the statue like so. Now this obviously isn't the statue, I'm just trying to get an idea of the height of it, but I think that could look quite good. Now what I will probably do is do the supports or the actual legs in one colour, say light bluish grey. That way it will match that side of the bridge as well, but the actual statues themselves I will do in a different colour, probably dark bluish grey. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. But now we've worked out the height of the statue and the pose it's going to be in, so the arms will be put up looking like they're actually helping hold the bridge up. Now I can start working on the actual legs themselves. the base of the bridge is almost complete here. We just need to go up by one more level of bricks, and then it'll be level with the plate there on top of the arches, just where the train is over there. Once I've got that on there, this will be ready for all of the final details on here. Any ingots, necto shields, statues, all of the good stuff. Now with the bridge, once I put the Technic framework over here, which is one of the next things I'm going to be working on, it's almost certainly going to sag. So we will need to put a couple of pillars halfway along. And here we have the first 2 of 4 Technic structures that we'll be building. So I'm going to have it so there are 2 of these on top of each other. There'll be reinforcements going all the way through, and then the 2 will be joined together in the centre as well. I thought it was easier to build it this way. Luckily, I've got a fair few of these Technic pieces here from the Tantive build, so I'm just going to borrow them from a Tantive brick collection, should we say, and then I'll replace them at a later stage. But what we need to do now is just knock another 2 of these up, and then we can start joining it all together and reinforcing it. And that's the next 2 sets of cross beams all put together. I'm going to put some 8x6 Technic bricks along the centre just to join the 2 together, and I'm going to put 2 levels of plates between the 2 Technic bricks. That will enable me then to connect a 3 long lift arm all the way along there to help give it all of the strength. That and the plates should do the trick nicely. And there we have the 2 sections connected together and a lot less sag already. It's amazing how much strength is in this already just by using some plates and lift arms and clipping it all together. I think I'm going to be able to get away with just putting 1 centre pillar around about here, which will be, I can put between a couple of buildings. So I think that's probably going to be the best way for me to support the centre section of that. Now this will, I think I'm going to go along the lines of making it look like a suspension bridge. However, none of the suspension parts on there are actually going to be doing anything. They're just going to be there for the aesthetic side of things. And here we have the support pillar that I'm going to put under the centre of the bridge in between a couple of buildings, and it's hollow on the inside here. And I've made a Technic beam that will go inside there. So a plate and a tile with brick is the perfect size for it. So there's no wiggle room at all in there. So now that's got all the strength that it needs and won't be snapping. So that's all good. So now we can move that over to the bridge and attach it. And hopefully it's going to give it all the support it needs. And there we have the support pillar supporting the centre of the bridge, and it's doing the job perfectly. There's no give on this at all. So I'm happy now to plate the top of this off, and then we can build the snot brick road to go along the top. Once I've done that, I'm going to start building the details on the front bit here. And there we have the snot roads on top of the bridge, and rest assured these are not the final road markings. There will be a lot more work going on to those. All I had was yellow plates to do the edges there. I didn't have any white, so I have got some more pieces on the way, and I will amend the markings on the road a little bit further down the line. But what we're going to concentrate on now is just continuing to build the bridge up on the end here. And here we have the first attempt on the top half of the bridge, and there's something about it that's not looking quite right to me at the moment. And I think the problem is the bottom section here is narrower than the top part from here to here. So I don't like that. Now, a couple of options. I could increase the size of the bases there to 12 by 12 as opposed to the 10 by 10 that is at the moment. The other option is to amend the outer pillars on here. At the moment, the outer 2 are 3 studs wide, whereas the centre one is 2 studs wide. If I narrow them back to 2 studs, then it will bring it so it's all level up there, and you'll just have a bulge on the side here. So I think I'm going to try that first of all. I'll carefully remove these outer 2 and just make some new ones. That way, if I don't like it, then I can just easily put these ones back up and then work on the bottom section separately. So let's do that first of all and see what it looks like. And here we have the revised top section, and I'm not convinced on this one either. This here with the railway tracks and the tiles below, they are kept on using snot bricks and also Technic bricks, which have got a half pin in the middle. Problem with this, where these are just 2 studs wide, it's a lot flimsier now. There's not as much strength in it. So if I was to push that, it'd just fall over like dominoes. Whereas when I was using the 3 wide bricks, you wouldn't have had that problem. So I think I am possibly going to go back to the previous design and start amending this bottom section. I think that's just going to look that little bit better. Now on the top part here, what I would like to do is extend the height of this section here. And it'd be really cool if I could have a part on here where, whether it's removable or not, I'm not sure yet, but I'd like to have a bat symbol that looks like it's on fire, and they're using some trans orange and trans red pieces, as you see in the Dark Knight Rises film. I think that would look so cool, especially at night. If I can get some flickering lights to go behind it, I think that could really set this city off. Yeah, that's something that I am going to be looking into doing. So again, the top of this I do need to amend anyway, but I've absolutely loved doing this bridge so far. It's been so much fun, and even though I'm going to be altering a fair bit of it, it's not going to take that long to do. Now I know what style I'm going for. So for example, if I extend the bottom, it's just a case of amending the walls here and there. It won't take me that long at all, especially as the majority of the bricks are all there ready to go. Anyway, that's all we have time for. I hope you've enjoyed this update. If you have, please remember to give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future content on the channel. Massive thank you to the members on the channel. The memberships really do help with the purchasing of the bricks for this expensive city, so I really do appreciate it. And if anybody else would like to become a member of Dubbzi Bricks, there is a link in the description of the video. Anyway, thanks for popping on by, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.